Imagine this. I'm like most other people. Every night, I'm gonna go to bed so that I can go to sleep, keep myself well rested, wake up in the next morning. And every time you sleep, you dream. Sometimes you have good dreams, sometimes you have bad dreams. But for me, most of the dreams, I forgot about them because they're so weird that I don't know how to comprehend. But for some reason, every now and then, I always got this weird dream of me that goes something like this.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Well, before I want to explain the trip, I really want to start explaining how did I even got there in the first place. I do like to travel, obviously, but I'm also kind of shy, if you can tell. So, unfortunately, because of that, I usually only have been traveling along with my family or with other organizations or other activities. So I never really traveled for myself. And also there's for some reason, as I mentioned at the intro, that for some reason I always dream of just going to Paris for a while and I have no idea why, and there's this itch in my brain that I definitely need to get scratched. So that's sort of what I did. I initially did plan on just going to a train trip there, since I got some extra time and extra money on my hands just for a day, because again, this is my first time doing stuff like this. Thinking of that, I suddenly somehow managed to get hold of a friend of mine. From what I heard from my parents is that I already met him way before when I was like a little kid and sort of hanging out with him in the playground near my home, if you know what I mean. For some reason he just happens to go to the same uni as mine, so that's how I even reconnected with him. But that's sort of the story of how I decided to go there in the first place. Well, of course, the day starts with me literally waking up 4 in the morning and then go catch the train.
Welcome to St. Pancras. Yep. Hiya. Oi.
Items of luggage above your seat, including handbags and backpacks, leaving the luggage racks at the end of the coach, only for the very large.
Did I mention that this is actually the first time I've been on a high-speed train? Even though I've traveled to so many places. But anyways, in general, the train ride is kind of smooth and you even got like some good views. Only on the French side though. But anyways, there's not much going on. I did walk around the trains, like looking at how many people are there, and I even went to the meal carts with food, I guess. And also, for some reason, my cat is not able to sit next to the window, I guess, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. And also, the train is a bit slightly overpriced, but I knew this was gonna happen. That's how we go to Paris.
Oh, how the hell do we get out of here? Nice trains.
Well, after we get to the station, of course, we got very hungry. I decided to go to a local bakery and have a very French breakfast. It's basically some bread and a very teeny kind of coffee, because that's what they do it in France. After getting to the city where we're trying to get, we need to find some way to get around the city, of course. The good news is that Paris does have a metro system, and with my experience of literally using public transport my whole life, and the fact that I have a little bit of autism, I'll probably like get used to it. But the problem is that it's basically a different system and in another different language. So I basically went to the station near the train station and just got confused for like 10 minutes until we managed to find a guy and managed to get the day pass ourselves. Did I mention the fact that the station that the Eurostar took us to, it is literally so huge. I've never seen a train station this huge, and I went and Google it. It's literally the busiest station I have ever seen in my life, until at one point when I go to Japan, of course. Which of course, there'll be another video about Japan, hopefully. The trains, to put it bluntly, it has a surprising lack of aesthetic for a country that is famed for its aesthetics. But the lack of form does make up with function. And let me tell you this, I think this is one of the few places in the world where the train is actually faster than driving. Yeah, I literally went to Google Maps, checked for various views, various tourist attractions, various places. The train is faster. Yeah, it's so fast. It's always like comes in every 5 minutes or even 3 sometimes. And it goes so fast you can actually feel it. And some of the lines it does feel like a roller coaster because it goes up and down. Sometimes they do have rubber tires on trains for some reason. They exist in Paris. So take the train. That's my recommendation. If you actually want to come to Paris for once. Before I talk about how that I finally get face to face with things that I've only seen on books and the internet before, I just want to say there are a few things that I can't see. First of all, the Louvre, the Mona Lisa, it was closed that day. The secondly, about the catacombs, I just thought of it mid-trip and it was closed. No, not because it's scheduled to close that day, it's because the staff were on strike. Because French. Thirdly, I think after the Olympics, they did promise for us that we can swim in the sand. I kind of want to do that, but it was during July and we went there in June. So we're a bit too early for that. So after all that, I can finally show you the first tourist attraction we actually went. Oh, found it?
點解我巴士同倫敦嗰啲巴士一樣嘅？搞咩？加上咧，我覺得咧呢度啲咧建築咧都唔錯啊。其實真係係咯，佢個設計好 spacious 係啊，感覺上係。我聽講好似拿破崙想再重新成個城市再整過，跟住整到咁好似有冇記錯啦？係咯。我真係嫌呢度多車啫，覺得，因為呢度係真係一個迴旋處。
Just a quick thing about the arc is that if you want to try to go to the center, there's no proper crossings. You actually have to go underground and then go to the arc in the middle. And you can actually pay to get on top of the arc, but the queue is so long that we didn't even bother. So, and also I just want to give you guys context about the weather. It was literally right at the start of the heat waves. It's getting hot, but like not really hot. I'm used to hot weather, but you know, I feel like we could spend better time elsewhere. So after talking about the architecture, we decided to have a good idea to walk to the next destination.
Wow, 咁多人嘅，哇，好撚多人。I think there's a B-roll footage now.
While editing this video, I also sort of noticed that I keep saying fun facts that are apparently wrong. Imagine just finding a fact checking yourself and then just so, oh well. Eventually we did arrive to the place and my friend decided to go for some ice cream, which I also did. I also wanted here to also warn you for potentially street scammers on it, because both of us actually got scammed. So I mean, 2 women like try to like make us to sign a petition for some charity and like donate some money, and then we realized we're freaked up when they start stealing euros out of our pockets right in front of us. So just a warning. It's sometimes also happened in London as well, so unfortunate. And then as lunchtime came, as we looked at the square trees, I think in previously of this channel or some other place, I always joked about there's only 2 kinds of white people that can cook. One are the Italians and the others are French, so I'm prepared to eat a lot of good food. But the problem is the ice cream in my stomach. But anyways, my friend is starving and we managed to find a French restaurant that actually has some sort of Michelin recommendation, which offers food that is surprisingly cheap for a Michelin restaurant. But anyways, we went there and we ordered food and waited a bit longer than usual, simply because, well, again, French. But anyways, he got this sort of pie thing, which is quite cool. And I also beef tartare, which is one of the foods that I've been dying to try. And I just want to warn you that it makes you so fucking full. I can't eat all. I can only eat half of the dish. It makes me just so full, but it was so good. I promise, it's so good. After some walking and some train riding, we decided to go to that one church that got burnt a while back, and it's back. But this time, unlike other attractions, we actually did queue up and get in.
我懷疑自從着火 LED 邊度見唔到咩？睇唔出。我懷疑因為自從着火佢哋話不了。And we were in, it was literally in the middle of a sermon of some sort, and there was the priest trying to quiet everyone down as the tourists are just trying to see stuff. I kind of feel bad for the priest, not gonna lie. But they also said that there's also a piece of the original cross that was nailed on Jesus on there. We paid to get in and we still haven't found that yet. We suspect it's very tiny. It's somewhere in our photo albums, but even when I think I got a picture of it, I'm still not sure it's the thing we're looking for. But the good news is that I got a lot of footage of the beautiful architecture that is the church, and also the fact that it's literally newly built. I mean, rebuilt. You can pretty much imagine what it's like when it's just first opened. I think that's the closest that you can get in terms of real life examples. Meanwhile, my friend decided to go to some place that he sort of wanted to see. He just wanted to see some street art, mainly just graffiti, like the good ones. And in the meanwhile, we actually managed to stumble upon a restaurant because we just want something to drink. It is I think a Vietnamese restaurant run by an old woman, and surprisingly she actually speaks our own language. She basically just left her home because of the war years ago, and it was just surprised to see us manage to speak something that she knows. Because of that, originally we were just ordering for drinks, but she decided to, you know what, see you guys here, and decided to give us some prawn crackers, which is quite nice. And she did talk about her experience like living around Paris, which is quite cool. It's quite a nice place to know, somewhere in the world that even places like these, that always. He's getting tired and I'm also getting tired, so I'll just show some clips of a park that we went to. Just some pictures, nothing much. And then we also get dinner, which I don't know if it's just a mistranslation or something. I genuinely thought I got ratatouille, but instead for some reason Google Translate didn't do its job right, and so I got rice. But it's alright. I mean, the food's alright. And then obviously the train heading back is soon, but someone managed to find some time just to look at the pyramid, the glass pyramid in the Louvre. We know it's closed, but we kind of have to check that out. And after that, we basically just left. I did bought some chocolate, but then it got melted on the way back to my parents' place. So there's also that, I guess. Overall, the trip is surprisingly good, despite all the bad rumors I heard about that place. And I'm glad that I didn't get Paris syndrome. I actually find it was quite a pleasant trip, and maybe I want to go to France again. Who knows? Maybe for a longer time. My parents also joked about us going on a trip on the south of France as well. So maybe one day. That's all I can show you for this video. Hope you liked it. Unfortunately, I didn't really do much. I know it's summer holiday, but again, I live in a place with no privacy, so I can't really make videos or stream on my own. So you'll all have to do with either my parents or my sister, or even my dog. Well, not really my dog, more like my sister's dog.
So that's all I can say. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.